September 1st, 1999, the day of my death. My back was on the cold concrete as I took my last breath, and I saw my body laying on the ground as my soul hovered above it. Damn idea, he was a good-looking cat. But anyway, another day at 18 years of age, stepping to heaven's gates, anxious to see what God's got to say. Maybe he'll give me a gift for always saying my prayer, but he might send me downstairs for last year's love affair. Well, who cares? You know, right now it's all a mystery. I mean, I'll find out when I get there. Until then, I can't let it get to me. I'm keeping my cool. Besides, everybody dies. I'll just follow the white light like they do in the movies. It seemed like hours went by and I'm still traveling right towards the brightness. Now this ain't heaven or hell, this realm is lifeless. And I hate to say it, but this wild goose chase had me bored. No directions, no clues, and no idea what I was in for. But then forward I kept floating, and in a quick flash the light split directly in half and created a forked path. Representing each side was an angel. Now what's the task I have to untangle to meet the big man in charge, I asked. And the one to the right of me said, one of us always lies and one always tells the truth. Ask the right one the right question and he'll direct you to heaven. But if you ask the wrong one, son, farewell, you're going straight to well. Y'all get the picture. And the one on my left told me not to listen to his fibs. He said it ain't that complicated to find out where God lives. He told me to follow his path and tell God he said hi. Then the one on my right jumped in and told me not to believe his lies. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, I didn't care much for life, but I'd have tried to stay alive forever if I knew this is what death was like. I was never good at problem solving, especially in emergencies. I get a tad bit nervous when concerned with burning for eternity. But anyways, I asked them which one lied and they pointed at each other. Then thinking I had it, I asked them the name of my mother. One said he don't know, the other said he know but he can't tell me. God damn, this is gonna be hard. And so I asked like 30 questions and I still wasn't sure. Then being me, I got pissed and gave them pricks a few good words. Frustrated with it all, I turned my back to the angels. And when I walked away, to my surprise, I found myself in heaven. You know what I'm saying? Kinda just turned around from the whole situation, rejecting everything that was going on. That's how I walked into heaven. I walked straight into heaven. Walked straight into heaven. Walked away.
It's amazing how many drugs you find out you actually do once you stop doing drugs. You know, you quit eating acids and downing booze, but you still indulge in food, sex, and 6 billion other nouns that compare with features so-called overall addiction. Right now I'm sitting in a hospital waiting, and I'm using my ability, or inability to write as a drug. It sort of isolates me from the reality of what's about to happen.
I can vividly recall my mood the day that art was murdered. The wind blew a thin layer of dust on my garden burger. Everything you knew was sideways and phallic. The highways, traffic added to Friday's madness. Worn, wrinkled skin loosely hung off earnest cheekbones. Below eyes designed to bury the wolf under a sheep's clothes. Some people sang, a few begged for change. A young girl skipped along with her hand glued to a candy cane. I, however, walked with my back to it as usual. Wanted to turn this dark comedy into a musical. I'm used to reflecting the sorrow. The world reflects at me. We're forever intertwined as the anxious and angry. The gloom was in the oxygen consumed to keep me lost within a mushroom cloud of toxins deposited to leave the prophets doomed. There I sat on a lead-infested picnic table waiting to be born, carefully evading mating season's evil horns. I keep performing for the poets and philosophers, but they don't know I was insane before it became popular. I lose something every time I leave my house, trying to gain something by running my mouth. My conscience don't hold a grudge against my impulse. Honesty should be the best policy, but it's not that simple. Have you ever had the sky inject a cloud into your lymph nodes, so all you see is how she gazes through a frameless window? Every day I have a new argument with myself. Don't know how I got this far up the ladder, but by now I should have fell. Can't go to heaven, never learned how to pray. Oh well, rather be in a place with less people anyway. Somewhere between a snare and the extra tired hogwash, I got caught in emotion of a sex-inspired God talk. My long-lost lover left me to date a real artist, and it's strange how the whole story can be told through a guitar riff. I'm a pretentious vendor of invention. It's a demented way of staying the center of attention. Take my advice and never take my advice. I haven't left my own head long enough to really know about life, but I've dug dirt out of the ground and found Plato's time part of my pride was dead the second that you talked to me. And I knew that no matter what lied ahead, you wouldn't walk with me. So alone, I traveled in clown shoes through dirty speed, infested tourist colonies, tricking revolutionaries into thinking my record's a new age life insurance policy. Then I'm off, and before they get the chance to give me a dirty look, they money spent at Borders on a brand new Christian Emerdy book. A sturdy hook deserves a better catchphrase, but I'm only still here cause they can't detect neurotic tendencies with x-rays. It was a perfect day to sit and watch the wind, cause the recognition of my insanity made me wanna be hip-hop again. I did.
Motivation skit feels like a potato chip. The way these lights reflect off everyone's nervous expressions reminds me of the fourth grade. A whole month just because I couldn't outrun the other. Football's for idiots. Anyways, so how do you solve your drug problem? Just move to the desert with everything. I think the trickiest way addiction manifests is through the process of giving it up. So make music.
I make music to ride to cry to die 2 times to finally realize you're alive to. I make music to vibe to close your eyes to, break your mind through each wall that sits inside you. I make music for survival, to find truth, to hide from the landscape humanity went blind to. I make music to rhyme to waste time to die to, and realize I'm alive to.
I only pray my lips never follow the ever so hollow descriptions of these pictures in my head that make me sick. I'm the fight between a god freak and an atheist that argue the same point no matter which way the conversation drifts. Any human being that believes he's truly happy just found a fake way to escape from his craziness, you know. I'd trade my dick for a safe place to sit if I wasn't so afraid of grenades made by spaded patriots. I crave a fix and teeth grinded when our hands shake, so I'm just as approachable as any halfway intelligent sadist is. Mary had a little lamb blood buried in her sacred wall, till one by one, each belief you've ever had raped the bitch.
Peace, beat me, is something you won't be able to accomplish. Whatever happened to it will never fall the fuck off, we promise. Not even trying to say it, what I'm saying, just is playing with the lyrical style and just slaying MCs. I'm not a mic hog, you know that I'm tight, y'all. On a freestyle fellowship, he's dope, but he's the little fight dog. It's all good though, you quit flow, you're not cute. Your mama bought the new shoes, so you can look cool, but you don't. You're not dope, I grab the mic and leave you broke. MCs is done, drop the mic, go home, you just got smoked.
That was cute. Like a plush toy. Now, paying for that shit you said, you bet it wasn't hype. You know what the girls call me? They call me Nestle Snipe. And they all say, he's a bomb chocolate latte. But you look like you get popped up. Can you rock? Hey, do you better fuck with me? Why you mention the crew? Why you mention everything I rap about? What the fuck you do? What your album at? I wish I had something to say. Hey, I like the way you was rapping, but I ain't heard nothing today. Where your take out, where your feet? Play it for me. Where your money? You been around the world? Say it for me. You lost. You lost. You lost. You lost. I wish your ass was a frisbee, because you straight get tossed.
This battle about to take it. A refrigerator getting tossed, that shit don't even make sense. Try to say it, I grab the mic and give props. I don't got an elbow, but if I did, I quit wouldn't get dropped. Like your whole crew, I got respect for you, but still upon a microphone I'll be dissecting you. I wreck your crew, guarantee you. MCs like you is queer. You use somebody's little dick to pierce both your ears, you're weird. MCs what they should say, this is his dopest song. MC 6 Trey, don't give a fuck about that weakness. MCs can't freak this, what I say, take your ass back to LA.
It'll end up into another one of my songs. So use a dick rider, you've been listening, rehearsing. Hold up, wait a minute, I'm finna do some violent person. Son of a bitch, that goddamn hoe, you should be gone. I can't believe you wanted to come here and try to play strong. You wanna try to tell somebody to go back home. Nigga, I can take you there today and you wouldn't survive in that way. I can show you what it's like, I can take you to the hood. I can make you sit down with the homeboys that can give you some good sense. But you steady wanna come up here and act like you the man. So I can get diced, sliced, spit, I'll do you like a slice and crush that bullshit. 6 million ways to lose a battle. Choose one. First of all, you're standing on stage, you choose one. And choose me. Battle P, know what you're gonna do. I can set your ass free and bust your stool. And look, homie, while you was listening to my tapes, I was back in LA trying to make some fakes and do this shit the right way. But you was on some slow shit, getting up in this motherfucker, coming with that real shit. Man, look, I don't like physical exertion. All I like to do is get here and get in your nerves and bounce all around like a fucking basketball. Off the chair, off the land, off the turntable, all net, back. I'm hard to lose it.
Okay, I'm gonna come hard. Check it out. The only way you win is if I let you win. The difference between me and you, testosterone, estrogen, whatever. Curly boy, you can't come with noise. You just annoyed. Wanna be like a Beastie Boys? No, I don't even wanna say this. You's alarming me. You bitch your whole style for both thugs in harmony. Let's just don't know how I just be fat. When I see a straight grabbing the microphone, rocking the lecture, that cheap shirt. You look good with a pocket protector, picking your pressure. MCs is just weekend. Your name is T. Well, I'ma leave peace in pieces.
Let me tell you something. You done lost your figure 8. Trying to go straight. I can't catch the game, but when I jumped off of it, I landed in the water, then a backstroke splashing. Are you loving it? I'm worse than a little mermaid. Trying to tell you where you gonna go, she can't behave, and I can jump the beat and I can jump the rhythm. While I give you what you're looking for. Talk about me all day, but still can't beat me with a flow. I don't give a fuck. Tell that DJ to turn the beat down. Tell it right now. Say it. Tell him stop.
Stop the beat.
Stop the beat. Then free. 2 times free. 3 times free. It's Eyedeamusic, get the floor. I must have blown out you like nobody. Hey, cut my mic off, nigga, please.
We still managed to pull it off in '99, and it was one of the, biggest Scribble jams ever.
God damn, this some serious gourmet shit. What flavor is this?
Knock it off, Julie. I don't need you to tell me how fucking good my music is, okay? I'm the one who makes it. I know how good it is. When y'all go to the studio, you make shit. I make the gourmet quality stuff because when I listen to it, I like to hear it. But you know what's on my mind right now?
What?
Yo, I'm sick of all you stupid motherfuckers talking shit about my man Eyedea. Matter of fact, I catch you saying any stupid shit like that around me, I'ma punch a motherfucking hole in your head. Talk about Eyedeea this, Eyedeea that. Get off his dick. And all y'all critics talking shit, you can eat a dick too, you punk bitches.
You got balls, stepping up with what you're saying to me. I'm probably your favorite MC's favorite MC. So let these lyrics deteriorate your head's interior, threaded by inferiority, complex delirium. Content be scaring them. I'm sent to tear you into shreds and put your arrogance in its death. But your best to quit rapping. Unless you're good at dodging bullets, ain't shit gonna happen till you shut your trap and learn to focus. Open that overgrown head for a day. And don't underestimate me in a battle I don't play. I'll rip every kid in your clique in 5 less than 4 bars. I take this out the east to west. Don't test the North Star. Oh, are you pissed cause your talent ain't felt? Well, just talking shit's easy. I challenge myself. If you were really dope, you wouldn't say it all the time. You would be creative and I see it in your rhymes. You got the nerve to say I'm soft cause the thoughts that I talk. But I think that you're lost. Why don't you go take a walk and find someone who cares how tight you think your style is. Now quit being childish. Shake my hand and smile, bitch. What gave you the right to have an ego? You got no skills. It's obvious in MCs what you're trying to be. Well, if it gets out of hand, my man, just remember I'll always be around to remind you you're weak. Rhyme sayers entertainment. You know we'd be the greatest with the breaking the pains, the cuts, the rhymes and the beats. Home base is mini app. Come on through and bring your crew next time you need to be reminded you're weak.
Hey, yo,
this.
what's with that idea, kid? I don't even know. Yo, that shit he did on the Blaze battle was kinda tight. No doubt, but his album's kinda weird. I know, man. He ain't never gonna get a record deal sounding like that. True that.
check me out now. I'm that kid who never gave a fuck about a contract. If you need to make a buck, get loose. Rock the mic, but don't be dumb and come and test me. Kids be jocking like they get paid by swinging from my testes. Inch by inch I grow, less convinced by those quote-unquote battle rappers that think they're invincible. Easily I take their title and I never give it back. How come my weakest freestyle probably beats their best written rap? They doubt it, and then they call me out about it, and I flip off in these topics and winning they crowd and shout it. And you can say the same, but you can't be lines are skin deep. Simply when you whip speak, alternative minces me. But being fresh is only half of the job. There's a lot in this world that needs to be changed, and so I write each song with the message for humanity and express the wisdom and stress that's in my brain. Complaining, just training puzzle before the sis pops. Well, you play or hate, I'm trying to elevate this hip hop. So stop trying to pretend you're real and go write a song someone beside your friends can feel for real.
Sometimes you just gotta let them know. Most of these MCs don't even deserve to be on their dick like they do. And that's the truth.
What gave you the right to have an ego? You got no skills, it's obvious in MCs what you're trying to be. Well, if it gets out of hand, my man, just remember, I'll always be around to remind you you're weak. Rhyme sayers entertainment, you know we be the greatest with the breaking the paints, the cuts, the rhymes and the beats. Home base is mini app. Come on through and bring your crew next time you need to be reminded you're weak.
So a masochist comes up to me and says, I like your record, shit was hot.
This is Felipe Kwame from the Los Nadiros Crew Rhyme Sayers Entertainment. I'm up in the studio with my man Eyedea. I'm up in the booth doing the wild and the running man, looking for the keys to my lowrider. Yo, y'all might think he's a cool cat, but this dude be acting weird.
Why they always looking at me like there's something on my face, man? No matter where I go, I'm always feeling out of place. And I know I'm not your regular, I got a different taste. Probably cause most of my life's been right in my basement. I didn't watch a Super Bowl, don't drink alcohol, don't carry ID, don't go to the mall. I'm extra argumentative and really good at fast talk. I can't dance or sing, but I can rap my ass off. My voice is unique, I'll leave it at that. But no rapper you know has the ideas I have, and it ain't like the skin color really is significant. Wouldn't put you in a category of art, math, or idiot, but I don't try to fit in. My life's like a novel of science fiction. My mission is to get into your mind and make you listen and rewind what you were missing every time that you insisted to be blind. I paint a picture with a rhyme and climb an instrumental high behind a picket fence, flash a little wickedness in mind. Winning this, so you better bet on me. I only smile in public if I got a lot of energy. Don't go to the doc, I got my own remedy. And I almost forgot, I got a really good memory. I know a lot of people that'll tell you that they hate me cause they know I bring out the weird side. Some say I'm a genius, others say that I'm crazy, but they all say I'm a little on the weird side. It ain't like I can help it, it's the way I was raised, and so I'm living every minute on the weird side. It's a ticket for the train, pay a visit to my brain if you wanna know about the weird side. It goes dee-dee-da, dee-dee-da, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, da dee-dee-da, dee-dee-da, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. I only write with a certain type of pen. Switching from an itchy introvert to loudmouth. First thing I do after I buy a CD is open it up and see if my name's in the shout-out. I read books on yoga and quantum mechanics, psychology, philosophy, peyote, and acid. I like Jimi Hendrix more than any rap shit. My favorite movie's Dr. Strange. That's a classic. Never had a fist fight, got knocked out one time. Stupid motherfucker thought peace was a gang sign. Yo, I never liked the circus, I was too afraid of clowns. 20 years in the same city, still don't know my way around. Still get lost inside of my thoughts, saying dumb jokes just to hear myself talk. Yeah, I know my clothes probably need to be washed, but I like them, and if I didn't, I would take them off. I know a lot of people that'll tell you that they hate me cause they know I bring out the weird side. Some say I'm a genius, others say that I'm crazy, but they all say I'm a little on the weird side. It ain't like I can help it, it's the way I was raised, and so I'm living every minute on the weird side. It's a ticket for the train, pay a visit to my brain if you wanna know about the weird side. It goes dee-dee-da, dee-dee-da, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, da dee-dee-da, dee-dee-da, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, dee-dee-da, dee-dee-da, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, da dee-dee-da, dee-dee-da, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. I'm not accepted by any certain group of people. I'm a walking, talking freak show, and now you know my speed. Hey, everybody's weird, you know that's true. I bet you even got a little bit of weirdness in you. My lyrics are new depression, and in essence repression. Unprecedented identity representing the quest. I guess I'm just ahead of my time, playing my pedigree. I'm telling you a tale of a dime, embellished with melody. Who are you to say I got a few loose screws? Do the tools humans use can never measure my texture. Extra, read all about it. Ideas and extraterrestrial. Don't let them touch you or even sit next to you. I don't bite, so you're wrong, and it makes me right. Song after song, night after night. Then I spit my words into the mic, and the crowd reacts nice if it's something that they like. Now is that so strange to want the attention? If you think I should change, man, save your suggestions. I swear someday I'm gonna be somebody's hero, but until that day, I'm just another fucking weirdo.
Man, there's a lot of pain. 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 Man, there's a lot of pain.
understands the experience that James logic and pays an agnostic place to lay indicate a toxic waste. So most carry identity paraphernalia to familiarize with smiles and meaning painted on a robotic face. But not this man, he played the bucket with his hands and got paid. But whatever changed, people were dropping his can. 23 years ago, he was a lawyer by description, but I guess all of a sudden he resigned from that position. But I've never seen the sky quite as clear as his eyes, as his blistered fingers beat down on the plastic. And in a twisted sort of way, it all makes sense. While they rush to die, he provides a soundtrack so tragic. He sits on the corner of 7th and 1st, and I was thirsty for the answer to a question anyone would nurse. One day I asked him why he gave up his career. He said I didn't, I just took off the name tag. Then he added, make money and die, that's the American way. It don't matter what name you gave the bucket that you play. Make money and die, that's the American way. It don't matter what name you gave the bucket that you play. So I took in what was said, but I didn't accept it. Well, maybe I did, I mean I just wouldn't admit it. I was too committed to the belief that all the hard work of now will improve my future existence somehow. So I said you don't accomplish nothing sitting in the street, and I'm sure you barely survive off the pennies you gather. He said, to your supplies I make enough to eat, and I accomplish just as much as you, only I stopped pretending my job matters. He looked me in my face and told me I was a puppet, and what I do's no more important than playing a bucket. I still hear his voice when I set my alarm before bed. I never could wash what he said out of my head, so fuck it, it goes make money and die, that's the American way. Make money and die, that's the American way. Make money and die, that's the American way. It don't matter what name you gave the bucket that you play. Make money and die, that's the American way. Make money and die, that's the American way. Make money and die, that's the American way. It don't matter what name you gave the bucket that you play. See, I can dress myself up in a white coat and say I'm a doctor, carry an eye by my belt buckle with a gold badge and say I'm a cop. Or maybe I'm just a sloppy, lazy, crazy carbon copy, part of the heartlessly deranged nation that gave in a generation ecstasy underwater. A forgotten survivor with a mind washed and slaughter. I've watched your offers, caught your calls, and called your forefathers my bosses. Lost it all in the name of gaining enough to spend, consuming the useless, don't spray your doom from the end, my friend. See, when I saw my man playing away in his drum, something clicked in my brain and I became less dumb. I'm working for breadcrumbs, pretending there's a meaning, but my employment's just a bucket I'm desperately bleeding. And one day I'll be old and retired, looking at my life like what a waste of good fire. All because Cause school never taught me how to be inspired, and the job concern and finding myself just wouldn't hire. Make money and die, that's the American way. Make money and die, that's the American way. Make money and die, that's the American way. It don't matter what name you gave the bucket that you play. Make money and die, that's the American way. Make money and die, that's the American way. Make money and die, that's the American way. But hey, here's my application. How much do y'all pay? Weird side. Ladies and germs, it's my pleasure to introduce to you your leader and savior, Oliver. Give him a warm welcome, y'all.
I just want to send a special thank you to anyone who donated, put a little something in the collection can. God won't forget you. Now see, this next song is a song about writing this song. Now I'm not some profound visionary, but this specific incision didn't particularly take too long. I was just running up these backstage stairs, and suddenly it dawned on me, what a good idea. True inspiration, but with no pen or paper to record the creation, I aborted the plans of grand innovation and stood bored pacing on the wood floor waiting for more words to bore from my cranium. Maybe I'm not cut out for this writing gig, I thought for a brief second. Then it was like lightning hit, threw me in a complete head spin and kept punching me with phrases, concepts, rhyme patterns, and song instructions. The long flux of drop fire drought was finally finished, and in a matter of minutes, consciousness is linked with the inventive infinite. And one of my friends happened to have a pen, so I wrote it all down on my hand. That was that. We're just gonna, thank you. We're just gonna pass the collection can around one more time. Try to find it in your pockets and hearts to donate all your money. God won't forget you.
Everyone knew she was a special young girl, from her neighbors to her teachers. Some labeled a prodigy, others called her a genius. It was amazing the way she played the violin. It made it hard for people to believe that she was only 10. But behind every brilliant mind there lies a monster. This one just so happened to be her father. So back in the 60s, he'd get a rush by playing touchy-touch and telling her to keep it hush. This was a secret way of love, and that he needed someone he could trust. Fucked her head up, saying if mama was alive, she'd be some pride of us. So she'd hide her desire to die. But if you pay close attention, you can see the sorrow in her eyes. Walking around in the only real hell. No one would ever think she'd have such a story to tell. Afraid to go home, afraid to talk, afraid to cry. She was too young to even know why. And every day she go to the river with a message in a bottle saying, please God help me, I don't wanna live to see tomorrow. Each day she's trying for a tiny shred of hope, just to wish the bottle would stay afloat. But every single solitary day, the bottle seems to sink. I don't know why, but the bottle always sinks. She never sees it happen, but the bottle always sinks. Now only the bottom of the river knows what she really thinks. She made that violin sing with so much pain, you could almost hear it scream through the strange vibration. What was once sweet and innocent is now rotting, cause the psychotic father chose to grow the flowers of the pure and sacred. Her instrument was her only tongue to express the infinite abuse in its depths. At night the footsteps crept to her door and she began to shake and weep. And when tears rolling down her cheek, she'd pretend she was asleep. And when the nightmare was over and the sun dawned its light, she'd retreat to the same place she always did, rip a page from her diary and write with all the might, then send it off into the current, determined to find a destination. Go to the river with a message in a bottle saying, please God help me, I don't wanna live to see tomorrow. Each day she's trying for a tiny shred of hope, just to wish the bottle would stay afloat. But every single solitary day, the bottle seems to sink. I don't know why, but the bottle always sinks. She never sees it happen, but the bottle always sinks. Now only the bottom of the river knows what she really thinks. Being a victim of her daddy's hands for so long, she lost the will to move on. Sick of picking up a violin to hide from what's wrong. Exhausted with staying strong, she tried to play the bright side but couldn't bring herself to make nothing but sad songs. Sick of that sick feeling that stays in her stomach. Sick of waiting for a rescue by someone who found one of her bottles. Sick of keeping daddy's little secret. She got up at the crack of day and smashed the violin into pieces, then proceeded to walk towards the river with a plan. Only this time a diarrhea bottle was in her hand. Just walk with herself away from the hill, not knowing that the river bottom lied all the cries for help. It was weeks before they found her dead body. Some fishermen reeled it from the water like something from a detective novel. Diagnosis suicide stemmed from desperation, cause near where she drowned they found about 500 messages in sunken bottles. while to realize we was on the same page. We just go about reading it out loud in different ways. I ain't the only person that's traveled through this maze. Not really sure whether it's me or them, I was crazy, making a hole in every simple system to rekindle the vision that lost its position as boss. The superstition sitting in a time machine, a bleeding mind dreams, a beating blindness need to give the crime scene shine and gleam. I'm no longer a Boy Scout, cause punching myself in the head won't necessarily get that voice out. That's something no one ever took the time to point out, but I had to learn to
whisper before I could enjoy shouting. Periodically I feel like I've wasted my breath, and all I've got to show for it is paper stained ink. But I ain't really tripping at the end of the day, cause life is experience, and that's how I won the right to think. It's how I won the right to think, y'all. It's how I won the right to think. It's how I won the right to think, y'all. It's how I won the right to think.
About all the time that I spent trying to find an identity, rhyming events of the night, getting by the mind, spending century folk in the rooms and folks in the path, consume every inch of my interest and it's me to break out the trap, essentially distant, mentally I'll eventually snap, eventually foul this functional prune, groomed to numerous thought plume, tumors and musical wounds, and my shadow proved to be my only tribune. And it taught me never to abuse a full moon, it's not suitable. Sometimes you gotta lose control to gain the kind of truth, to hold the rain that falls, don't bruise my soul like it used to. I'm used to it, and now I'm just working on smoothing out the kinks. The circuitry allows some headroom before the brink. So what do you gotta tell me that I don't already know? Just shut the fuck up and let me grow. I learned from my mistakes and I spotted with these disruptive breaks. So call it what you want, but this is how I won the right to think. It's how I won the right to think, y'all. It's how I won the right to think. It's how I won the right to think, y'all. I was scared to death, barely slept, ailing breath, prepared to step from where I wept and shed my tears, still no nightmares were left. I had by years, but no one cares to see the prayers and sweat. They just wanna share the nest and earn their percent in turn. Let it burn till the ashes isolate the cold ground. On that I stood, but on this I stand and hold down. I used to be the seed of this ghost town, but that was then and this is now. That was then and this is now. That was then and this is now. The war between the old brain and the new brain was won when the prehistoric forfeited, alien strangles reptile and migrates towards inner peace. Caveman dies quiet, the cries, riots, and fires cease. No one saved my seat when I decided to rise and slay the beast. I just shut my eyes and gave my speech, but I never could have known I would become my own missing link. And it feels greater than I thought, that's how I won the right to think. It's how I won the right to think. It's how I won the right to think. It's how I won the right to think. Now check this out. My man Musa, he got the right to think. He got the right to think. My man Ali, he got the right to think. He got the right to think. And Los Nah,
But there's so much here for you to touch, and it's nothing I can do to make you give a fuck. Sometimes everything ain't enough. When the eyes are tired from wearing desire's handcuffs. If I was content sitting, I wouldn't need to stand up. Why am I living if I can't love? Wanna scream at the top of my bleeding lungs. Never meant to break your trust, just wanted to wake you up once before I left in this personal search for clarity. Either they're scared of me or laughing hysterically. I'm just a parody of something that apparently was never properly prepared to bleed. Oh, how do I wish that I'd never learned to cry when your only reply is waving your hands from side to side. I'm lost, cause I'm my own tour guide, and if I ever talk to myself, I'll probably tell lies. So for now, I sit in this disfigured toadstool, showing the face of a child that only smiles cause he's told to. Sometimes they look to me for the answers, and I don't know what to do. I'm usually just as confused as you.